Standing By. The Terry and Ted podcast is brought to you by the UPS Store Canada. Now with over 400 locations across Canada.
Hi there. Thanks for downloading the Standing By podcast with Terry DeMonte and Ted Bird. I'm Terry DeMonte. That's Ted Bird holding up a Standing By mug. That would be excellent marketing if we had mugs to sell. Don't you think?
We're working on that.
That's right.
Was I a little gravelly there?
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. How you doing?
Bird. Good, you?
Should I say how you doing?
Yeah, why not? I'm fine. How's yourself?
I'm okay. Thank you very much. It's we got to first of all thank our good friends at the UPS stores in Canada. UPS Store Canada is the title sponsor of the Standing By podcast, and these guys are great. Ted and I have now, we have our favorites because they're close to us. I've got Saul up in St. Sauveur.
And I've got Jason Liverman on the island of Paris.
Yes. And just like me and Ted, no matter where you are, there's a UPS store close to you. There's over 400 locations now of the UPS store. No matter where you are within the sound of my voice, you're going to find one close to you. And they can, I like to think of them as problem solvers because that's what they do. They can solve problems if you're a small business owner. They can solve small problems for you too. If you've got to get something shipped across the country, they can take care of it for you.
And personal problems as well.
Yes,
like I said
absolutely.
to Jason recently, I'm having trouble with my sister.
Yes.
And he said, have you tried giving her a gift?
If you go
then I shipped her a gift from the UPS store, and we patched things up.
What's the website again? You always get it right. I always get it wrong.
The upsstore.ca.
There you go. That's where you'll find locations near you. You'll find the business blog. You'll find instructions on how to ship things to the States. And I just suggest you visit the store near you because, like I said, always an entrepreneur just like yourself in the store who's ready to help solve a problem, whether you're shipping something to your Aunt Nellie across the country or you've got packages to ship because you just started a business. They can help you with that too. Over 400 locations, as I've said before, the UPS Store. .ca. We have to come clean. We're recording this in January. Not that it matters, but today is Wednesday, February the 25th that we're releasing this episode, and I'm not here.
No. Terry and his wife Jessica, who is with us in studio for this episode, are on the beach in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, it's hot.
And I'm at home by myself, probably drunk. 4 days shy of what would have been my 29th AA anniversary.
Yeah, tell people
couldn't make it.
Tell people you're kidding.
Missed it by that much. Of course I'm kidding.
Yeah, of course you are.
In 4 days, I'm going to take my 29-year AA cake. And I was thinking about that. Sugar is not an alcoholic's friend.
No way.
No. In fact, in rehab, they discourage, not only do they discourage, some rehabs won't let the residents consume sugar. You're not allowed to have sugar for a certain amount of period when you first go into rehab. And I was thinking, well, then why are we celebrating with cake?
Yeah.
You know, that seems counterintuitive to me.
Are the cakes any good, by the way?
Well, it's just a cake that you would buy at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My 10-year anniversary, I got a Black Forest cake, not realizing it was made with rum, took the whole room out on a slip.
Who's responsible for buying the cake?
Usually whoever is presenting you with your cake, which is often your or usually your sponsor. But I was thinking, if we're not supposed to have sugar, maybe we should celebrate with protein.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a 29-year meatloaf. What do you think? Anyone want more meatloaf? Christ, there's a lot of meatloaf left over.
What's the is it a medical thing? Sugar and alcohol?
Yeah, there's something about sugar and alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I just know that it's not. Sugar is not an alcoholic's best friend.
Yeah.
And quite often, if there are sweets at a meeting like cookies, there's usually a fist fight for the last cookie.
I'm wearing my 747 shirt,
I see that.
which is a throwback to an old radio deal.
That's your Shom legacy. If I had a Shom legacy T-shirt, I would be, oh yeah, fuck you, I quit.
We could have those printed. We actually we printed a bunch when I retired. Jess took it on as a project, and we.
And
sold
how did
some
they
shirts.
do?
They did really well.
Hi,
Yeah.
Jess. We didn't
Yeah,
introduce
it's great.
Jess.
No, it's fine. I don't need an introduction.
Yeah.
It was weird because I'd never done it before, never sold anything like that. And I had it set up on my phone, so every time there was a purchase, it would pop up. And we were at a birthday party, and all I could hear was bing, 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 and it just wouldn't stop.
Yeah,
And it
I-
was,
I
it was
think-
overwhelming.
I
It
didn't
was
Why
think
are
great.
we
we
not doing podcast T-shirts and coffee mugs? then?
Well, we're going to get around to
Oh, she
it.
just made a face.
Yeah.
Why don't you do it?
I wasn't going to say it, but
Well, it's a bit involved.
it is just because I have a full-time job.
Yeah, I understand.
Jess is the executive producer of the podcast, but she also has a full-time job. She's working from home, and she works British Columbia hours, so that makes the day a little more complicated. And I didn't think about this, but if we order, for example, if we order coffee mugs, which we want to do, there's a minimum order, so we have to invest in making a minimum buy of coffee mugs.
Right.
And then we have to start processing the orders, which means getting boxes and making sure they're packed properly and they're shipped to the people who order them in a timely fashion.
Well, I'm happy to do it. You just, I'll help. You just tell me what to do
Okay.
because I got
that-
nothing else to do.
Because that means you would have to take the boxes and take the bubble wrap and put the mugs in the boxes, tape the boxes, and then take the boxes to the post office and make labels for the boxes, and then make sure that the postage is paid and that they get it's not just, hey, come buy our mugs.
No, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
Jeff.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take you up on
Okay.
it.
All right. So anyway, on this particular occasion, we got caught up in the, when I retired, there was a bit of a hullabaloo, and we ordered these shirts, and I didn't think we were going to sell any of them, and a lot of people ordered them, eh?
Oh, yeah, I don't know how many people, but
'Cause
really how it started is that I had them printed for your last day.
Oh, that's right.
And the staff wore them.
That's right.
And that's how it started. And
Right.
then, of course, with the power of social media, everybody saw them and said, where can I get one of these?
Yes.
And,
I
I thought, well, here's an
Some
opportunity.
people still send me pictures of them at
Yeah.
like a barbecue
Yes,
or something with
wearing
them on,
them.
which is a lot of fun
It is.
because it's ridiculous. Because if you see the shirt and you have no reference point, you say, well, what is that? What
Well, I
is that?
remember
What does that
our
mean?
real estate agent, Jeff, in BC,
Yes.
he bought one.
Yeah.
And he said, I have no idea what this means, but I want to
But
support
he
you.
liked it.
Yeah, because we finished the orders in British Columbia with the help of Sue.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sue Minson, God love her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a big help.
Yeah. She ran my life for a lot of years.
She did.
She did.
It was good.
Yeah. So the reason that we had Jess on is because Jess was here. Jess is the executive producer of the podcast. And Ted said, let's have Jess on. And I said, okay.
Well, the last time she was on, she came on
Yes.
and talked about your recovery
Yes, and my surgery.
from heart surgery. And
Yeah.
I think that was one of our most listened to and downloaded episodes,
Yes.
if I'm not
I'm happy to
mistaken.
report this one will be less eventful.
Yeah.
So
Pe-
I'm good with that.
People are very curious about Jess
Oh, yeah.
online. You get a lot of online.
Oh, yeah, I get a lot. What's really great is I see the
queries.
back end of the website. And so when I'm looking at what people are searching for, it's so weird.
What is the back end of the website?
So
what does
it's
that mean?
basically where I see where the website traffic is coming from and where, how many page views we get and all the boring stuff that I work in on a daily basis. But yeah, people will search for the weirdest things.
Really, eh?
Yeah. That just, yeah.
Well, what are some of them?
Well, mostly people are obsessed with my age, which I'm not going to
Yes.
say, and I
Yeah.
don't care. But
I married a younger woman.
Yeah, that's
well,
just the
more
way it
power
is.
To you,
If
I
you
say, smoke
don't-
them if you got them.
yeah, if you don't like it, you can write to me at the
Also,
standing
it's,
by the
it's,
podcast.
it's nobody's business
It
but
isn't.
ours.
Yeah.
The way I choose to live my life is the way I choose to live my life, and the way she chooses to live her life.
And knowing you both and knowing your relationship, I don't even think about that.
We
that
don't-
doesn't
No, we don't
that
either.
We
doesn't
don't
even
either.
enter into my thought process.
It never
when I think
enters-
about you and Jess.
No.
And most of our close family and friends, once then it was over.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about it, and we never think about it.
I also think it says more about the person that's looking for that than it does
Yeah.
about us.
Yeah.
If that's what you're obsessed with, that's fine. But whatever floats your boat.
I get, I suppose it's out of the ordinary.
Is it?
Whatever the ordinary is supposed to be. But we on the very first day that we talked about us, we brought up Humphrey Bogart and Lady Pants.
Lauren Bacall.
Lauren Bacall.
Yeah, big age difference there.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge. Yeah.
I was not aware.
And they were wildly in love and perfectly matched.
Until he died.
Well, yeah, he died. And it was unfortunate. He died very,
Yeah, he did young,
relatively young in terms of what, young and old is today. I think he was in his 50s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was only in his 50s.
Yeah, I
when
think
he
he was
Yeah.
59. He was
Yeah.
born in
Big
1899.
smoker, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, and is
Yeah.
that what killed him?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's what killed him. I think unfiltered sweet caps and a lot of gin.
Funny you said sweet caps
Yeah.
because that's exactly the brand that was going through my mind.
Yeah. I think it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was because
Is that really what he smoked, or
I'm
did you
pretty
just
sure-
pull that brand out of your ass?
Yeah,
as a
well,
reference?
whenever I think of like really strong cigarettes,
sweet
I think of
caps.
sweet
Yeah, they don't make
caps.
them anymore.
No.
Sweet Caporal.
Yeah.
they were good smokes.
Were they?
Oh boy.
Now
yeah.
this is interesting to me. What makes a smoke good? Because I never smoked,
high tar and nicotine content. Seriously,
and that's what tastes good.
Yeah, my favorites
Okay.
were I was a Players Filter smoker.
Yeah.
and Players Filter, Export A Green.
Yeah.
Sweet Caps, Demorier regular, not
Right.
king size,
Right.
regular. Mark 10 was another brand that had a good high tar and nicotine content. And then there were other ones like Matinee.
Yeah,
A friend of mine used to say, you got to smoke 5 of them just to get a drag. And they were low content.
Yeah,
tar and
my
nicotine.
mom smoked Matinee when she smoked.
Yeah,
for
so
a
did
little
my
while.
mom years
Yeah.
and years and years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah.
You know, what else? Craven A, same thing. Yeah.
Isn't that funny? I didn't know. My doctor says high tar and nicotine is good for you. Like that's what gave it the taste. So, like Export A's were like the fudge of candy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of cigarettes.
Of cigarettes,
Yeah. Export
yeah.
A green, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was also later there was Export A blue and then there was another color, but the Export A green,
Yeah.
they were the ones with they kicked ass.
And why? I remember the Export A billboard up in the old Forum, and it was a lassie from Scotland.
yeah.
With like a tartan on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because McDonald's.
Oh, there you
McDonald's
go.
tobacco.
Oh, there
yeah,
you go.
It was the McDonald's tobacco
Oh,
company.
there you go.
That made them. You know what? I haven't had a drink in going on 29 years, and I never think about it. I'm never like, I can go sit on a terrace on a hot summer day and watch other people drink beer or that chilled glass of white wine with that one drop
Yeah.
running down the side of the glass. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Really, eh?
I'm not interested. But somebody lights a cigarette and I smell that freshly lit tobacco.
Really?
Yeah. If they weren't $20 a pack,
Yeah. You'd go back.
well,
Yeah.
at this point, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I've had a good run, you know? I quit when I was about 40. Because if
Yeah.
I hadn't quit,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd still be here.
Yeah.
Because at 40, I'd been smoking for 25 years.
Were you the open your eyes, light a cigarette smoker?
well, I had to have a coffee first.
Okay.
And just have a cigarette with the coffee.
I had a roommate when I was just starting out in Winnipeg. Both of us hosted all night shows. He did the AM all night show. I did the FM all night show. His name was Jeff Hamilton, and he would literally not even put his feet on the floor. He would reach for the smokes that were next to the bed.
Yeah,
And as he was sliding his feet into his slippers, he would light a smoke.
no, I couldn't do
And
that.
it made me like I had to leave the apartment because it was so gross.
Yeah.
But he couldn't start his day without it.
No, I mean, I would have a smoke first thing in the morning, but it would be with a coffee.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
after I had breakfast.
You smoked in the Green Avenue control room.
Yeah, and
which
God
was
love
about-
Terry, eh? Because Terry, you were never a smoker.
No, I was never a smoker, and
Yeah.
the control room was as big as a broom closet.
Yeah, tiny little
Yeah.
thing. And I also remember you letting me smoke in your car. If we were
Yeah.
going somewhere in
Yeah.
your car, you would let me smoke, and I would just crack the window. And to this day, I remember that. I think of that when Charlie, my son who smokes, gets in the car.
Yeah.
Can I smoke? I said, yep.
Yep.
And the reason I let him smoke is because you let me smoke.
You're welcome,
So he has you to thank.
This morning when we were coming in on the 15, we passed a bus, like a transit bus, and the bus driver had his window cracked open a bit, and I thought, he's trying to air out the cabin or whatever. Nope, had a cigarette, and he was
Really?
and I don't know if there were any passengers. I didn't see if there were any passengers, but it certainly didn't say horse service on it. So
Wow.
You wonder how they get away with that. I said to Jess, how would he be getting away with that?
And I happened to be looking at that moment, and I think he did look around. I'll give him credit. He looked around to make sure no one was watching, but I was watching.
I don't even know how people can afford it anymore.
No.
At $20 a pack.
Yeah, well, if you're a city bus driver, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because of the money they make.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's that's a lot.
I remember, and
That's
listen,
$140 a week.
Yeah, listen, this is a long time ago, but I remember when we were kids, my buddy Tim smoked, and he smoked Export A's, like when we were teenagers. And I remember the week that they went from 50 cents to 51 cents because he would have to find a penny to get a new pack. 51 cents a pack.
Yeah. When I first started, it was 55 cents for a pack of 20 and 65 cents for a pack of 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's really I don't think you see many people smoke anymore. I could be wrong.
You do at AA meetings.
You do, eh?
Yeah.
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 I find like up north there are a couple of stores that we go into that smell like de Maurier.
Yeah.
You know, like I find like I'm standing at a cache. You know, somebody who smokes in the car, smokes at home, smokes all the time. They smell like cigarette smoke.
Yeah. Well, when we were kids, smoking was cool.
Yeah.
I specifically remember being at a youth football banquet, and one of the dads was sitting across from me at this long table, and he took a drag off a cigarette, a big long drag off the cigarette, and then he blew all the smoke out of his nose. And I thought, fuck, man, that is cool. So cool.
And I remember I used to go to the Montreal Children's Hospital every Thursday for allergy shots. It was good news, bad news. The good news was I was getting the afternoon off of school and I was going to the hospital with my mom. The bad news was the needles. And I remember in front of the elevators, there were those big, tall ashtrays with sand in them.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Sure, yeah.
Stuck with cigarette. And that was in a hospital. Right? There were ashtrays all over the hospital. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, times have changed.
When you think back to it.
Yeah. Do you see many vapors when you're out and about? Many people vaping?
No, I mean, I don't know. It seems to be a really young person thing. Like you were mentioning it was cool. I think the vaping thing was, it's cool.
Well,
I think
Charlie
you
has
look
gone
like a
from
moron.
vaping back to cigarettes.
It's better, apparently.
Yeah, vaping
Honestly,
is
if you're going to choose one, you may as well
Like
smoke a cigarette.
health-wise, you
yeah,
mean?
because a lot of people are getting. There's a guy I follow on social media, whatever. He had a heart attack because he vaped so much, and that's what's happening. There's stuff
Was
with
that
the lungs.
Below Deck Man?
Yeah, Fraser, whatever his name is, and he wound up in the hospital because of it. And they told him, the doctors told him that it was because of the vape, and he said, "I'm never going to touch it again." And now he's using his platform to try to advocate for people to stop vaping. But I don't know. I don't know what's worse.
Full disclosure or confession, Jess and I don't watch a lot of garbage TV.
No, that's the only garbage TV.
But we love Below Deck. We absolutely love.
I don't know what that is.
Below Deck is a series on Bravo.
Yeah.
And they have different Below Decks. There's Below Deck Australia, Below Deck Mediterranean, there's one on a sailboat.
Like TV fast food?
It's complete garbage, but the premise is it's a big yacht and the staff live below deck. So it's a story of the staff and the people that they cater to on yachts. And we fell into it and we're hooked.
Well, actually, it was when we first met and you said to me,
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me, but I watched this, and I will admit that I judged, and then I thought, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep watching this.
Speaking of cigarettes, you had tuna and old cheese. How's it going on that side of the room?
I haven't had the old cheese yet, just the
okay.
tuna. Well, you'll have to ask Jess because she's sitting beside me.
I would prefer the cigarettes, to be honest.
We should tell people where Sugar Sammy's going to be.
Sugar
Boy,
Sammy,
is he everywhere.
He is. He's in the midst of a 22-city U.S. tour. And as we speak, he is in Austin, Texas, February 26th. He's going to play in Austin, and then he goes to Houston, then he goes to Dallas. He'll be in San Antonio. I was telling Terry Jess in an earlier episode that Sammy sent us a note saying, it's now a 22-city tour. I've added San Antonio. And I wrote back to him and I said, wow, don't forget to go visit the Alamo, but it auto-corrected to don't forget to go visit the Salami. That famous Texas battle cry, remember the salami. And then he's California bound, and then he's Phoenix and Chicago.
And this is like 4 nights in Houston, 4 nights in Detroit, 4 nights in San Francisco. Like he's 4 nights in Dallas, 4 nights in Dallas. Like he's really building an audience in America. He's got 5 nights in San Francisco. Jess and I saw him in San Francisco. Man, we had fun that weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does he ever do any, or can he do any Montreal stuff when he's playing those other?
He'll reference Montreal, but he really is a master at catering to the crowd that's there.
Yeah,
he knows,
he does his
he's
homework,
got,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
He's really got his finger on the pulse of that city. And he, in San Francisco, he made a lot of jokes about it, because it's such a blue state. He made such jokes about it, and it was great. And it's all in good humor, and he's just wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Ted says it every week. He's so likable.
Yeah, even if he's
he's fun.
He can take the piss out of you, and
you're still going to
love him.
laugh, and you're going to buy tickets to the next show. I agree.
Yeah.
And he'll be back in Montreal in the fall. I know it seems like a long ways off, but you know how it works. The older you get, the faster time goes before you know it.
Yep.
Already tickets on sale for Montreal in September to kick off a Canadian tour. Ticket information at sugarsammy.com. Back to you. So you're renting a place in the Dominican Republic versus going to a resort.
Yeah, I know you don't want to hear us about,
I do. I want to know why.
Shut up, talking to. Actually, it's a podcast now. I used to hate to talk about this on the radio because I thought, a lot of people can't afford to go away, blah blah blah. But I'm retired, and Jess gets holidays, so let's go to the sun. Also, it will not stop snowing where we live, so we have to get the hell out.
So you made a conscious choice to rent versus go to a resort?
Kind of. Well, last year my father rented a place in Punta Cana, and he was trying it for the first time. He went for 3 months.
A condo?
Yeah, it's a condo in like a gated little community
on the beach.
No,
near
it's
the
about
beach?
near the beach. So about 10 minutes.
About a 10-minute stroll.
Yeah,
down to the water.
And it's great.
But it has a pool on the. if you don't want to go down to the beach, you can spend the day by the pool.
And one of the great things about it is that it has a private terrace on the top.
Right.
And so we can just at night, we can either eat up there or bring a little speaker and listen to music. And we're just the breeze of the beach. It's, all stuff people don't want to hear.
And so you go to the local supermarket and
go
buy
to
your
the
provisions?
supermarket. And I don't know why this is, but in Bavaro, where we are, there is a pizza place that has been certified by Italians, basically. And it's one of the greatest pizza I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's run by Italians from Italy.
Yeah, they've moved there?
Yep. And there's we didn't know this. We learned this when we went last year. There's a fair-sized Italian community in the Dominican Republic. And so there's a lot of expats there. And there's a designation. Somebody could explain it to me in the Italian restaurant business, but there's a designation that you have to have.
It's like a seal.
Yeah,
basically.
it's like a seal on the pizza oven that comes from Italy, and then you have to be certified that this is the kind of
authentic,
Neapolitan pizzas that you make. And you're in the middle of a Spanish-speaking city, and there's a lot of Italian being screamed at in the kitchen, and the food is to die for.
Absolutely to die for.
So we use that spot, and we've had a couple. We've been lucky enough to have some experiences with resorts, some really nice experiences. And the last experience we had with a resort was in Mexico, and it was absolute shit. And a big part of what made it shit was the food was shit. The resort was poorly laid out.
Yeah.
It said we booked it ourselves. We said it was what, love? It was 5-star.
Yeah, 5-star, but it was a 3-star at best.
Yeah.
And
and I don't like the gang. Like if you're going to breakfast in the morning, believe it or not, I'm not much of a morning person. So I don't like to have breakfast with 500 people. And at this particular resort, 100 of those people were from Britain, and they were drunk by 8:30.
Oh, yeah.
So they had been drinking since 6 a.m. and were having breakfast, and they were hammered, before I've had my first coffee. So that's not appealing to me. When you're renting,
Yeah, but it's afternoon in Britain.
the time zone. It's the time zone, lad. When we're in our own place, you can get up at your own leisure. You can have what you want. You can make your own rubber scrambled eggs. You can have your own burnt toast.
Yeah.
And there's no drunk people there, and you can go to the beach when you want. So I don't know. Maybe I'm turning into Howard Hughes. I don't know, but I don't want to have breakfast with 500 people. Yeah.
I've told you this story before. Did I ever tell you, Jess, the story about the British guy in Portugal when I went there? This is 40 years ago this year. I went to the Algarve in Portugal, and the hotel we stayed at was about 60% German and a large percentage of Brits, and then a handful of North Americans. And so I made friends with this British guy named Nick, and I'm down at the hotel bar one night, and there's an empty chair, and I sit down, and I'm sitting beside a German guy named Horst. So Horst and I are chatting, and Nick comes along and goes to sit in another chair, and Horst turns around and goes, "This chair is occupied." And Nick goes, "Oh, you mean like Poland?" One of the all-time great lines.
Absolutely.
And without skipping a beat.
Yeah.
So this is 1986. So this is 40 years after 40 years ago,
Yeah.
and 40 years after the end of the war. But just the experience at that hotel, watching the dynamic between the Germans and the Brits, like there was still no love lost, right?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the all-time great lines, to be sure. And by the way, I love the Brits. I really do. It's not that I don't like being around drunk British people. I don't like being around drunk people at 7 in the morning. These folks
happen to be British.
To be British. And they were on holidays, so they were getting right at it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long flight.
It is it's a long way to go. This is what I did. We didn't understand.
No, and remember we were at dinner one night, and there was a French couple sitting next to us from France, and their flight was like a 14-hour flight.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, and I thought, for what?
Yeah, what?
Go to
Spain.
Malta. Yeah, go to Malta.
Go to the
Riviera.
Riviera.
Yeah.
But
Or apparently Morocco.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently
Tunisia.
that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wonder, it might be an exchange rate thing. Maybe there's better bang for the
Could
buck
be,
if you come over. I don't know.
That's got to be the.
But I couldn't do that. But there's a lot in resorts if you go to Mexico and stuff. A lot of Germans will go.
Yeah.
And that's.
I wonder if it's fascination. Like we were.
Maybe.
We were talking about this the other night. I used to be fascinated about going to Australia. That's faded now. I'm
It's way too far.
Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, the flight.
The bibits.
Yeah.
It's the bibits. I don't want them.
You don't. Yeah. You don't like all the things that can eat you
Yeah.
and bite you.
I just
The story last month about the girl. I don't know if you heard that. A girl, I think she was a Canadian girl, and 19 years old. She was off on her own, and they think she drowned, and then the dingoes ate her.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
No.
No.
No. Yeah. dingoes, spiders, sharks, snakes,
Alligators,
stingrays.
crocodiles.
Our friend Toby Solak in England, they lived in Australia for a while, and he was telling me the story, and I'm probably going to get the story wrong. So Toby, you can DM me and just let me know if I got it wrong. But they were, I think it was New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and they were all going swimming. And he was looking around and whatever, and he spotted a snake in the water. And it was a big snake. Okay? I'm going to say it's a python. It probably wasn't a python.
No,
but in my mind, it's a python.
Apparently the size of a python.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Not a garter snake.
No, and he didn't say anything because the panic is worse, I think. And it just kind of slithered through and went around. And when he told me that story, I thought, okay, well, we're done with Australia now. I'm not going there.
I've heard it said there are more things that can kill you in Australia than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah,
and apparently in New Zealand, nothing will kill you.
Yeah.
Really?
So, I don't know if that's true, but apparently it's not.
New Zealand's a long flight too.
Yeah, it is.
We have a listener in New Zealand, Libby Lane.
Libby Lane,
that's right.
is a New Zealander.
I'm so happy I brought that up.
Anyway, we should say hi to Toby's sons, Parker and Finn, and his wife Sandy. They listen to the podcast. I don't know if Park still does. I've taken to calling him Parks. I don't know if I'm allowed.
I don't know. That's very weird. Why did you decide that?
Well, because it's easier to write. You can write Parx.
I don't know.
He probably doesn't like it. Sorry,
I don't
Parker.
like it.
I will stop.
Sorry,
I will stop now. Anyway, there's travel tips from us, and it's one of the reasons that we're recording this podcast a little earlier. It's the joy of having your own podcast. You can decide to go to the beach when you want to go to the beach, and then go on the podcast and make stuff up. We were talking on a podcast a couple of weeks ago about Harry Styles. I'm a fan of Harry Styles. Jess was telling me about 30 nights, not in a row, eh, love?
No, not in a row.
30
at,
nights
Madison
at Madison Square Garden, which is, it's not Billy Joel-like, but
I
that's
think
pretty cool.
One of the things about Harry Styles is that he doesn't do many different cities.
Yeah.
He wants people to go to him. So he goes, here are 30 nights at Madison Square Garden. You figure it out.
The new album is called Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. And when I was talking about Harry Styles and looking up the tour, we found out the ticket prices are
astronomical,
like just ridiculous in terms of ticket prices. And Jess and I have not decided, but we have realized that until they do away with Ticketmaster, this is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Wouldn't you agree, love?
I do agree. And I just think people are still paying it. So I don't know where they're finding the money, but they're still paying it.
That's what Ted and I were talking about. We wondered if people are just living off their credit cards.
I think that's a large portion of it.
Yeah.
But it's like Lady Gaga coming to Montreal. I think it's in April.
Yeah.
And her ticket prices were insane.
Yeah. And
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I was coming from me, who has spent a fortune on Paul McCartney. I understand, but I don't know.
Ted was curious about that, about the Paul McCartney. He thought maybe Paul McCartney was just going to let it go and make sure that everybody got a deal. No.
Yeah, Terry was saying he's basically got the feed bag out.
Yeah.
He's when I got a text, so I've signed up to this Paul McCartney texting service where he'll be like, "Hey, we're in Montreal tonight. You coming to the show?" And I won't disclose how much I said, but I sent back a note, said, "Yeah, I'll be there, Paul. Did you get my blank dollars?" Because
But I was telling Ted there are some fans who've been following Paul for a long time. For the first time in years,
they're calling it quits now. They just can't do it.
It's just too expensive. Harry Styles ticket prices are range between $700 and $1,000 for what they call lower bowl tickets, and $200 to $700 for upper bowl tickets, I suppose. And once Ticketmaster gets their hands on them, I'm sure there'll be thousands of dollars.
Yep. Unfortunately, Ticketmaster holds the resale market, so you can resell your tickets. And there was a bill that was tabled in the States to not allow people to sell for a profit, but I don't know where that went. And it's not going to come here for a long time if it ever did go through.
I just don't understand I guess if you're a fan, like we were talking about Taylor Swift, if you've got kids who are dying to see Taylor Swift, and what was the story we saw of the one mother? What did she spend?
I think it was $13,000.
$13,000. And you wonder
for one show.
Yeah. And like you wonder, I know when it comes to your kids, you can justify anything.
No, my parents would never have done that.
No, neither would my parents, but it's a new world.
Yeah, I understand. But no, that was the concerts that I've seen, I paid for myself. Thank you very much. Because my parents were not in a position to spend thousands of dollars to send us to see, whatever. Also, no one charged that.
Yeah.
Now it's just a thing.
Yeah, I wonder, like, if you're working part-time and you're going to Marianopolis, how do you come up with $1,000 for a concert ticket? Excuse me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How are you at poker? Go to Playground. Go to Playground and win the cost of your concert ticket. How about that?
I got 2 twos. Read them and weep.
I guess I'll buy the album. We got a great endorsement for Playground. I think it was in last week's episode. Bobby Dallas,
Yeah.
the former National Hockey League player who knows a thing or two about playing poker because they play at the back of the plane, in the back of the bus all the time. And Bobby's a Chateauguay boy, and Playground is on the 138 in Ganawage on the way to Chateauguay. He says he loves to go there, and he takes $250. And win or lose, that's his night.
You know who taught me that? Tommy Schnurmacher.
Yeah.
He said you take a
set amount of money.
Take the amount that you know you're okay to lose and go have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what Bobby does.
Yeah,
and he sits at the tables.
Yeah.
And, you buy into a game and Playground feeds you and they ply you with drinks as long as you're playing at that table.
Yeah.
And you have a grand old time, win or lose. And if you're not a card player, they've got, 1,200 electronic gaming machines, slots, blackjack, baccarat.
If you can say it, you can play.
I like that. Yeah. If you can say it, you can play it.
Yeah.
At the strip without the trip.
Yeah.
It's Playground on the 138 in Ganawage. 3 terrific restaurants as well, by the way. Have you been yet? Has he taken you yet?
No, but I have been in the past.
Yeah?
It's great.
You like?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a first-class spot.
Absolutely.
It's like a real high-end gaming house. And it's 20 minutes from downtown, 20 minutes from the West Island. Take the tour online at playground.ca. Get your player's card. You can register online. It only takes a couple of minutes. It doesn't cost you anything. You pick it up at customer service when you get there, and you're on your way. You can enjoy all of the benefits and the discounts and the bonuses that come with the player's card. Go online, playground.ca, and we'll see you there.
Going to take a minute to tell you about my friends at Acutech who are dying to come up to the house and show us where they're going to put the new Generac generator. We had a guest on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. Judy Martin said, "Why are you still waiting for the generator?" And I said, that's because it never stops snowing where we live. How much snow do we have in the backyard, love?
I don't know.
Hey?
I don't know.
It's 4 feet.
It's 4 feet
at
for
least,
sure. For sure.
4 feet of snow.
You wouldn't be able to walk through it?
No.
Oh, Christ, no. No, and the other day, her dad was over and said, geez, I'm worried about the deck. And I said to Jess, yeah, well, worry away because there's nothing we can do. You can't shovel that amount of snow.
What, he's worried that it's going to buckle under the weight of the snow?
Well, he's not concerned because it's equally spread out.
Yeah.
But
there's that much snow, and if I went on my back deck, the snow would be up to probably my chest, eh?
Jeez.
I think.
Okay. Whoa.
No, seriously.
No.
Sweetheart.
Okay, Olivia Chow. There's 50 meters.
It's
no. It would be up to your hip, maybe.
It's 3/4 of the way up the fence around the pool.
Yes. Okay. Sure. It's like between.
It's a lot of snow.
It's between 8 and 20 feet.
Yeah. It's a lot of goddamn snow.
No fighting in front of the kids, okay?
Anyway, so the reason that we're putting off the meeting with Tom and the good people at Acutech, because they're They're associated with Generac. They know how to do the Generac thing. The Generac generators are like the Cadillac of the generators. We have a small generator at home, but we have to hook it up, drag it outside, hook it up to the propane tank. And when I say we, I mean Jess. She's learned how to do all
While I
of that.
scream, are the lights on yet?
Yeah. And if you have a Generac, the generators they automatically engage. So you lose your power for about 20 seconds and Generac takes it from there. It's really a fascinating way to tackle the problem of sporadic power outages when you live in the Laurentians. And Tom is going to look at that as soon as the snow goes away. They come up and have a look at your electric box, your fuse box.
Panel?
The panel, the wiring. And I'll just stand back and say, let me know what you got to do, Tom. Acutech are a family-run business. You can call them for simple electrical repairs. You can also call them if you're a contractor and you're looking for somebody to do the electric work in a new build. They can do that too. Acutech, Acutech, acutech.ca. Now.
Yes.
I wrote down a thing, and I wanted to talk about the
Thing?
yeah, and now it's gone.
Now you've forgotten?
Yeah, now it's gone.
All right.
Okay.
Let me ask Jess, have you seen Sinners?
I have not.
Yeah.
I was a little scared too.
Yes.
Well, me
not,
too.
I'm not good with the
I'm
gore.
not either.
Okay.
I'm not either. I
Okay.
hate horror movies.
Okay.
And as soon as I saw it's a horror movie, I went, cripes. But it got nominated for 16
Yes.
Academy Awards, and I thought, I got to at least try. And I stuck with it all the way through. And there were parts where I was like, okay, I'm going to close my eyes now. But I thought it was good. I don't know if it warranted a record number of Oscar nominations.
But worth the watch.
Worth the watch.
Okay.
And the soundtrack is fantastic.
Okay.
If you like the Delta blues
Yes.
and the occasional Irish jig.
Yeah, okay.
Is it poop pants though?
No, not really.
Like, is it?
There's a couple jump scares.
Jump
But you
scares,
know what
that's
I
what I
do
meant,
now?
yeah.
You know what I do now when I'm watching a movie? If it's like that, if I think, I know, I'm afraid of what's going to happen. I Google it and I go on Wikipedia and look at the plot.
You know what I
so
do?
that I know what's going to happen before it happens.
You know what I do? I go on this very famous website called doesthedogdie.com because I don't want any animals to die in. Like, I don't watch any movie. If someone dies in it, I'm very sorry. But if there's an animal that dies, forget it.
Yeah.
And we were watching this, I don't remember what it was, The Beast in Me with Claire Danes
Yes.
and Matthew Reese.
With Steve the dog.
The little dog.
Yeah.
And, they follow the dog around. And I'm like, something's going to happen to the dog. So I went on the website and it says, no, people have expressed concern for Steve the dog, but nothing happens to him. And I said, okay, fine, we can keep watching it.
Steve makes it.
Steve
He does
makes
make
it. Yeah,
but
Steve's
a lot of
really
people,
cute
like,
dog.
I don't know who started this website, but it's been around for a long time. And people search it all the time. Like, they just do not want to deal with
doesthedogdie.com.
Yeah.
So if you were
It's a great resource.
So if you were to type in Shane, no, not Shane. What am I thinking of?
Old Yeller?
Old Yeller.
Jeez. Shane.
Old Yeller. What was it? Was it The Simpsons or The Family Guy where there's a scene? I think it was The Family Guy.
It was definitely Family Guy.
Where there's a scene with Old Yeller, and I don't know if he gets fleas or something, and the owner, without breaking stride, walks across the room, takes a shotgun off the shelf, and goes, "Let's go." Just awful.
Yeah.
But so well done.
And well, so Family Guy.
Yeah, so Family
Yeah.
Guy. And
But
fun,
also
at the end of the day, funny's funny.
in that clip, the son goes, "No, Dad, he's my dog."
Yeah.
And he takes him, and the dog goes, "Come on, come on."
You showed me a clip this morning about Oktoberfest. That
Yeah.
was quite funny.
It was
I don't know if I can
of
do it
Family Guy?
justice.
Germans,
They were
coming
having
up with Oktoberfest
Yeah.
and saying,
With-
yes, we should have beer and whatever. And then they go, and tiny mustaches. And then they go, no more tiny mustaches. So
bringing back some joy.
yeah. People say, how do they get away with it? I guess
yeah.
money. I guess because the show makes
Well,
money.
But
it's also changed.
yeah, it is definitely changed. I like to watch old Family Guy. Like I could have a PhD in Family Guy. It's ridiculous. I can pinpoint.
It's changed as in it's not as edgy?
It's not as edgy. It's not as funny. And I think they veered too political, but too...
Well, he's a real lefty, I think.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
he?
it's not even. But it's not really Seth
MacFarlane.
But I don't even think it's because of the left-leaning thing. I just think it's just too soft for. If you're going to go there.
Yeah.
And it's just too soft. And I watch it out of habit. I mean, it's been on since 1999, and I've watched every single episode. My dad used to get so annoyed because he'd be like, "Oh, bonk all Family Guy," like just would not stop watching it. And now I prefer Bob's Burgers.
I loved the political commentary. He was. He just wanted to offend everyone. Yeah, exactly. He was sharp on both sides.
But to me, it's not offensive if it's funny.
No, and that's the thing. One of my favorite episodes is the dog and the baby end up back in time, and they're on a tour bus in Germany.
Oh yeah.
And
with Mort,
yeah, and they say, what about 1939 and 1945? And the tour guide goes, "We were on holidays." And we noticed we were watching Modern Family for fun last week, and we went back to an early episode that I love, and it makes references to Asian drivers. Like there's a quick gag about Asian drivers in Modern Family. They'd never get away with that today.
No, but it was brilliantly written.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of good stuff in Modern Family that sort of tiptoed, but it was really funny. But now I just think everything is so polarized that I don't know where the joke is.
Well,
anymore.
And also people don't know how to laugh anymore. No. You said this on the last episode we recorded. We said, remember the days where you could, what'd you say, joyfully disagree with each other? Or what was the phrase?
Good-naturedly.
Yeah, good-naturedly
have a good-natured disagreement.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah, and I think it depends on the platform as well. Like stand-up comedians can still, they can still, it's not, I think they can still get away with, or at least they can put it out there.
Yeah.
They don't have to censor. And if people don't like it, they'll get up and leave the club. Or the comedian won't sell tickets. Like Ben Bankus is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Ben Bankus?
Yeah, I do,
yeah, Toronto comedian. Very controversial.
Very funny.
Very funny. No filter. No. Zero filter.
Yeah.
And he gets shows canceled. Some venues will cancel him because they get letters or emails before he gets there saying this guy he's inappropriate and he's insulting and he's offensive.
Yes, he is.
But how you can counter that? Don't go to the show.
Exactly.
Like I don't know where this idea of we need to, like, you don't like this, so we can't have this.
Yeah, well, I think the way they
I know they're afraid.
Our community standards will suffer if you let him come, and all it does is heighten his profile and broaden his fan base because people go, "What's this Ben Bankus guy? I got to check this out. He's funny as hell."
Yeah, he is.
You might be offended by him, but he's still funny. Yeah, and he's got broad appeal.
Yeah.
And also, you're allowed to not find him funny, and not make a big deal out of it.
You're also allowed to be offended, but just because you're offended doesn't mean that
everyone else has to be offended.
Everyone else has to be.
Yeah.
As like Jess says, the cure to that is just don't go.
Yeah, he does an imitation of Olivia Chow, the mayor of Toronto. That's an absolute scream. Yeah, it's offensive to a lot of people because it's racist. It's
cartoonish.
He's imitating a Chinese accent. Yeah. But it's funny.
Yes,
I think it's funny. Yeah. You might not.
Yeah,
I do. So I watch it.
Yeah, it's exactly what we were talking about with Family Guy. They used to be able to do that when they started.
Probably not that.
Well,
but almost, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I can think of some of the Family Guy characters that were,
What was the Family Guy scene where Stewie and Brian are on a train in England?
that comes
Is that
from the same episode.
And they ask the guy what the next stop is, and the guy goes,
Oh no, that's actually I think that's one of the Sherlock Holmes ones that
Yes,
they
yes,
did. That's
yes.
the one. Yes.
Sir, you have offended all the good citizens of. Oh, yeah, that's only funny if you've seen it.
Yeah, Family Guy's an absolute scream.
Yeah.
It's one of our favorite Family Guys is the Christmas episode. We watch it every year.
Yeah.
And they called Nana in
Germany.
In Germany.
And then she says something really offensive.
Yeah.
And Stewie goes, the father says, she wishes you all a Merry Christmas. And Stewie goes, that's not what she said.
I also like the one where they call Aunt.
Oh, yes.
Okay, kids.
Yeah.
It's time for our call to great Aunt Helen.
Nobody talks.
That's me on the phone with my mom.
Yes.
Like to a T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about our friends at Richer Jewelers, shall we? We love the folks at Robert Richer Jewelers. When we first started to talk to them about advertising on the podcast, we went to the store and met with them, and I told them the story about how I used to be intimidated to go in jewelry stores. In the days when I didn't have, a pot to piss in, as they say, I used to think jewelry stores would just throw me out and weren't interested in me even being able to look. And there's such a nice, relaxed, family-like atmosphere at Robert Richer Jewelers. You notice it the second they buzz you in. They've got a little welcoming bowl there of candy, and you could just talk to them.
No pressure to buy anything.
They'll never
ever.
lean on you at all. You can ask questions about styles and what's the latest and stones. If you've got a big event coming up that you want to buy a very special stone for, boy, is Pierre ever situated to do that
Pierre
for
goes
you.
twice a year to the diamond factories in Antwerp, Belgium, the diamond capital of the world. He brings back the very, very best stones. Now, even though we're recording this before Valentine's Day has come and gone, and I assume you didn't buy anything for Jess at Robert Richer Jewelers because she told me she doesn't like Valentine's Day.
I do not like Valentine's Day.
No, eh?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you took her to the Dominican. That was nice.
Yes, that was nice. But tell people you're not making that up, because every year I get a letter from somebody who says, don't believe her, she's making it up.
I'm not making it up. It's not some kind of ploy of like, oh, I'm hoping that secretly, though. I get really uncomfortable with it. I just don't like it. And
Feels forced to you.
It does
love.
feel forced.
Yeah.
And I don't think that we need that.
Yeah.
So
Also, she doesn't like flowers.
That's
I do
why
not.
you should go to Robert Richer Jewelers and buy her something on a nondescript day in the middle of April.
Yes.
And surprise her with that.
Well, she has a lovely necklace from Robert
that's
Richer
very true.
Jewelers.
Yeah,
that
I
she
do,
loves
with an
very
emerald.
much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Robert Richer Jewelers are at 309 Dorval Avenue in Dorval, just across the street from the Hoosgow.
Yes. And you'll be pleased to know, I talked about this on a previous episode. I don't have anything hanging down anymore because I went to Merson's. Jess was concerned that we had something hanging down.
Well, a wife would be.
Yep. And Ted thought I meant the urologist, but no, it was underneath my car. There was something hanging down. We wanted to know if it was dangerous. I drove into the Mersons. I said, hi, guys, do you have a minute to put it up on the hoist? They did, and came out and told me it was just sound baffling from under the car that I guess got caught on, maybe a chunk of snow or ice or whatever. They clipped it off for me and sent me on my way. And that's the kind of thing that the Mersons have been doing for over 50 years. They've been honest with their clientele. They can get you winter tires. They can get you new summer tires. They can store your winter tires. They can tune your car up. If you have an electrical vehicle, they can look after that. They can do warranty work. They can change your oil. They can take a quick look at your brakes, even if that's what you need. Make sure you take care of your car. Your car will look after you, and the Mersons will look after you and your family. They're just past the corner of St. Jacques and Cavendish, where they've been for a very long time. Another family-run business that we've loved for a very long time.
And I should mention that before the middle of March, if you book an oil change, you get a free mini inspection.
There you go.
In case your mini's hanging down.
There you go. And also, if you have pothole trouble, When I was there a couple of weeks ago, Celso was showing me some dented rims. Oh boy, they've got a lot of people in there getting new rims, and if you got pothole damage, they can look after that too. Merson's, you can see them just past the corner of St. Jacques and Cavendish, or you can call them at 487-5545.
MersonAuto.com online.
Yes. Yes.
Quite.
Yes. I wanted to mention this Dark Side of the Moon at the planetarium. When was the last time you were at the planetarium, Ted?
I don't know.
I think I was
1900s.
Yeah, I was in grade 6. I think last time I went to.
Yeah.
The last time I went to the planetarium, it was called the Dow Planetarium.
Wow,
that's how old I am.
I was going to say this is the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon, but it's not. It's like Dark Side of the Moon was 74, was it not?
No, it
73
is.
No, it's the 50th.
Yeah, that's what they're doing at the
Dark Side of the Moon.
They're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the album.
No.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
Well, that's what they're doing at the planet. Maybe the planetarium
I'm pretty
has
sure
it
the
wrong.
album came out in 73 or 74 because I remember listening to it in grade 9.
Yeah.
And I was in grade 9 in 1973.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
March 1st, 1973. So you know
There you
what?
go.
They're off by a couple of years.
So the planetarium.
So the planetarium should rightfully be run by me.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is that? Do the math. It's 50.
I don't wish to.
Okay.
53 years.
Okay.
But
so
they can still celebrate the 50th anniversary. They're just celebrating it 3 years late. Yeah.
All right.
I think this year is the 50th anniversary of Wish You Were Here.
Yeah. So I think the planetarium, from what I saw online, it's a pretty cool show. They don't recommend it for young children
Because of the LSD?
well, apparently, like you're lying back and you're looking up, and it's the only an ounce, only that kind of thing that happened to us in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Yep.
It's that kind of. I think it's that kind of. You shouldn't go high, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Anyway, it's at the planetarium till the 21st of June. I thought I would mention it.
Do you have a favorite Pink Floyd album?
I think Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also liked Wish You Were Here a lot.
Yeah, that's
And The Wall is good, although
yeah.
there are tracks on The Wall that I skip over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here I can listen to front to back.
The Wall was one of those albums that after I had played Another Brick in the Wall for the 99th millionth time, I kind of fell.
enough.
Yeah. Comfortably Numb, Brick in the Wall, some of the other tracks. Boy, did we play those a lot.
You know what I find interesting is we don't listen to a lot of music at home together anymore because of the radio, because of how often he listened to music on the radio. Like when I listen to vinyl all the time when he's here recording the podcast, because other than that, we rarely do. And I think it's because of that. So many of the albums that I have or that we have are of albums that you would have played over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I find I get in the mood for some. Like I really enjoy music.
You could share that with me so that we could play music and we don't have to sit in silence. Joking.
Like I really enjoy listening to music in the summertime.
Yes, the
on
summer's
deck,
better. Yeah.
And there's a lot of records that I find I'm sort of mood driven.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I'm in the mood for a Steely Dan record or something like that. But you're right. I probably listened to so much music over the years that all records are a reminder of time that I spent on the radio. It's interesting. We talked about this past Christmas. We said that we were having trouble picking up the Christmas spirit. And one of the reasons we think is kind of radio's abandoned that a little bit, eh?
I think there used to be like a build up, not we start playing Christmas music in November, but remember there used to be like after American Thanksgiving they would start to pepper in the songs, and then there would be some contesting, there would be some Christmas parties, there would be there are barely any office Christmas parties anymore. There are no, I don't know, I think it's just too commercialized and too early, and I know you've talked about this on another episode, but yeah, I think that radio just doesn't do what it used to do with regards to to putting people in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. Do you get in the mood to listen to music at home?
Yeah, but I listen to the music from our generation. But what I do now is I seek out cover versions.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that a lot. There are some really good classic rock cover bands that you can find online. I find them on YouTube usually. There's those guys.
Yeah.
And then also the other guys.
Yeah.
What's the Russian band?
Schnitzelfuten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that you tried to get me to go see at the casino?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were at the casino.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on their name? I
Well,
think
because that's what we do.
it's the guy's name.
Yeah.
Somebody and Friends. Vladimir and Friends.
Yeah.
Igor and Friends.
Schnitzel and Friends.
No.
No.
That's the German one. And Lexington Lab Band do great classic rock covers,
eh?
and they do them note for note.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just a different take on the music that I like, which kind of freshens it up a bit. There's a Steely Dan cover band called Brooklyn Dreamers who do great Steely Dan covers, like really excellent musicianship. It's not Steely Dan.
No,
But it's the same songs, note for note, really well done, and just different enough that it's not stale. You know what I mean?
with people dying and stuff, like
Leonid and Friends. Sorry.
Thank you. Like you can't see Steely Dan anymore because one of the guys is gone. And I think what's happening is I'm surprised at the amount of people that are going to see cover acts.
Oh, tribute shows are a huge
Tribute
thing.
shows.
This is what I do for a living. Not I'm not in a tribute band, but a market.
Yeah.
Shows, and tribute acts can get $100 a ticket,
And they can still sing.
and people are. If you think about it, if you're going to buy a ticket to go see, we'll use Elton John. That's
Elton
okay.
John.
You're going to spend $300 per ticket
Or
to go
more.
see him, or more. I'm being very conservative. Well, most people are not going to go out for dinner before that because that's the whole budget. That's the budget for the month or the year even. But if you think about a tribute band, you can have dinner, you can have really good seats. You're paying for what you're going to get. Some of them are great, some of them are not as good, but you feel you've left the night without being ripped off.
I've seen online reels of David Lee Roth and Brian Johnson from AC/DC in the last few weeks. Couldn't carry a tune in a wheelbarrow.
Well, no.
David Lee
lost
Roth
it.
is remarkably embarrassing.
Well, Brian Johnson too. I was surprised.
Well,
He
so
just-
is Guns N' Roses guy.
Yeah, Axl Rose.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you wonder like,
Why?
well, you
How
wonder
much money do you need?
how they don't listen back and go, oh
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm embarrassing
Or why
myself.
somebody doesn't tell them?
Yeah.
Maybe because they're getting paid to not tell
Yeah,
them.
it's
Yeah,
possible.
maybe. Yeah. Anyway,
There's a dog.
there is
Yeah,
a
there's a
dog.
dog
Yeah,
barking.
there's lots of dogs in the
Stage
in
jingles.
the building. Yeah. That's going to do it
All right.
for this episode of the Standing By podcast.
Geez, I hope you're having fun in the Dominican.
We are.
We
I
are.
can tell you
Sober?
we are. Yeah. I'm sure you're still sober, Ted. And we're not sunburned, but
You are.
Well, no, you want me to get those crazy
UV shirt.
yeah.
He needs a UV shirt.
Yeah.
I need one of those too
No,
for
because
swimming
he
outdoors.
looks
Yeah.
like a lobster when
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, you're
very
like me.
white.
Yeah. We're pretty much united UK mongrels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
you have Italian in you too.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
he
but
didn't
I-
get that part of it.
I didn't get that
Yeah,
part.
you didn't get the melanin gene, eh?
Her dad.
It's like a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
No, he is. He is.
Like
You got the French Canadian
pulls-
tan.
Oh,
he
my
pulls,
God.
He pulls out the chair
Yeah.
into the sun, like midday when the sun is at its peak.
Yeah.
And he just rotates
Yeah.
like a rotisserie chicken, and we
Yeah.
don't see him. And then every once in a while, he'll come over and say, "Hey, you want to go for a walk?" And I'll
Yeah.
say, "Okay," and that'll be that.
Yeah, I'm huddled under the umbrella with a shirt on, and he's just lying right out in the open.
Oh yeah.
And does he put any? Does
Oh,
he
yeah,
put
yeah,
on,
yeah. Like-
sunblock. Or
Yeah,
anything?
absolutely. Like he really.
But
puts
it
a lot of-
reminds me of the '60s when people covered themselves in like cooking oil and
a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
not oil. He definitely
Yeah,
puts
yeah.
sunscreen on
Yeah.
and like
Yes.
heavy duty sunscreen. But
Yeah.
he just
Yeah, but if he tans, more power to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
boy,
tans like crazy.
he's golden brown
Yeah.
when he gets home. Honestly, yeah. Well, thanks for being on the podcast, love. This was fun.
thanks for having me.
I enjoyed this. This is a podcast, and I'm the man on the podcast with the other man. time to go. The website is terryandtedpodcast.com. You go there, you can leave us email, send us a note. What's the matter?
We forgot to do the tweet sheet.
Oh, my God. Well, we can do it.
Can we do that quickly before we...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why not?
I did the one that you sent me a couple of weeks ago.
Good.
Yeah, it went over very well.
Okay.
You guys will get this one. I
Yes?
don't, but you
Okay.
will, from @Octopus Caveman. Stranger Things would have been so much better if instead of a little trickle of blood out of her nose, every time 11 used her powers, she shit her pants.
That's great.
I figured you'd like that.
Yeah.
From @Signal. The craziest thing to me is that gonorrhea would have been the absolute perfect brand name for diarrhea medication. Diarrhea? Gonorrhea. And from @Bob Janky, eating a fish skeleton out of a garbage can on 2 pieces of bread. Hey, Mom, no, I'm doing pretty good. He's so funny.
That's a great cartoon image, eh? The fish skeleton. It's something you'd see in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Hey, Mom, no, I'm doing pretty good.
It's all good. Yeah. Okay, as we're going out the door, again, the website, terryandtedpodcast.com. You can click on the link there. Click on the link.
Clink on the lick, as what's his name says, Tucker Carlson.
And send us a note. We love reading the email. We answer most of them. We read all of them. Subscribe to the Standing By YouTube channel at Standing By the Podcast. You go to the website. There's a link right there for the YouTube channel. You can follow us on social media, Terry and Ted Podcast on Facebook and Instagram and X. And it's helpful if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because it helps other people discover the podcast. And as I say every week, there's literally millions of podcasts, and we really appreciate you downloading this one. It means the world to us. Thank you so, so much. My thanks to our producer in studio, Mano, for taking care of production and being patient with us. And the executive producer of the podcast is that lady over there, my wife, Jessica Dionne. And we'll be back next week with another edition of Standing By.
Standing By. The Terry and Ted Podcast is hosted by Terry DeMonte and Ted Bird and is brought to you by the UPS Store Canada. The executive producer of Standing By is Jessica Dionne.